Hi Taurus, if you want to come on in, see your ink blot made in your name and essence in December for December. Here's your Rorschach. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Got a cat hair there. And Taurians, when you're ready, I'm going to close the eyes, release the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. And Taurians, when you're ready, if I may, thank you as always for holding space for me to share my insights. And let's take a boo. Okay, so I'm seeing an angry bird. Oh, and I'm really chilly and I got the yawns. You might be tired, a little bit tired, Taurians. But the angry bird isn't making me feel like I'm angry in the traditional sense, like I'm charging at something or someone. What it actually makes me feel like is that like I'm a little bit down, like I'm focused on something and I'm looking up and it's easy to misread my face that I'm angry or upset, and really I'm focused and determined. It's a very determined feel. There is something about a compassion for how people hear you, Taurians. And I don't mean compassion in a way that makes you yawn. Like yawn. I mean it in a way that to choose really the best way to get what you want. And if you're very determined and focused, and they might be seeing gruff, but what you say can ease to get you the space that you want, or the silence you need, or to continue, or simply just the support to say, I'm not angry. I'm completely fine, and I'm grateful that you're caring and you're paying attention, and I understand my mannerisms. It's more so like your facial features, Taurians. But yeah, it's almost like using that as well to really help get what you want. So compassion. So I'm just seeing like the inner eardrums. So yeah, you're fierce. You're fiercely focused. Something about, I'm seeing pieces of the brain. Now, I am not nearly neurologically intelligent, we'll say, to have the language, but I'm seeing like I'm going to just pull words out of my mind hat here, and I don't even know if they apply. But of course, you know, there's like the third eye, but there's like thalamus and other parts of the brain. I don't know, like little pieces of brain. And I'm not talking about slicing it out, you know, like dissecting Einstein's brain here, like actual organs of the brain. And they're working in different ways. I'm seeing a helmet around this brain that is brewing something that is currently what I'm sensing. Now, what stage it's in, of course, if you're resonating, you'll understand. And if you're not resonating, then this reading is not for you, and that's okay. But I'm seeing it like in here in this helmet. So I'm back in the brain, but the brain as a whole, or of the higher mind. Sorry, I've got the mic on. I don't mean to muffle it if I do. There's a mixture of white and dark and green, and it's really bringing me into the line of from the mind to the mystic to the earth, like bringing it all the way into fruition. And it's almost like there's little bits in every little area right now. So it's not just a thought flying out in the element of air and of your mind and of, you know, consciousness or your intellect. And there's not just some sitting in the realm of intellectualizing engineering, how to build it and making plans. And there's something like already being built or seen in the earthly landscape. Like even a portion of it. Like in the simplest way, like if I was going to build a cradle or whatever, even a house, pick something, a cup holder, a table. Like I would think about it, be like, okay, and I might make some plans. I might draw them out. So it's very tangible. That's one piece that's tangible. And I might have bought some wood. That's also tangible. And now that I have some physical elements, I can go back into my intellect and imagination and go, okay, do you see what I'm saying? And there's different portions happening at the same time. And as I'm seeing that, sorry, that's Virgo. As I'm seeing it, so there's like multi-dimensional parts of the mind working. And then off to the side here, there we go, right there. One day I will get used to the camera. There's birds on a nest. And it's making me feel when you might have somebody in spirit that still sits with you on like the branches of your being, but it's like you're providing not only for yourself but for another person you care about if you have a partner. And if you're not in a partner relationship, maybe this is professional and it's a professional partnership or a business adventure, or maybe you're an inventor or something along that lines. But it makes me feel as though there's like a family man aspect of it. And if you're not resonating with the family in the traditional sense, it's the family of frequencies. Like you're playing with frequencies. Yeah. And there's like one bird at the nest waiting for the other bird to come back with the grub or the goods so that one can do something with it as well. So you might want to receive some help. Maybe you are receiving help from someone in spirit. But if you do have a partnership or a companion, something along that lines, Taurians, it definitely makes me feel like, you can reach out. Again, it comes to that talking and the hearing, the inner hearing. If they're willing to help, they might be willing to help you if you should you accept it, Taurians. There's something in the feet and the footings. Feet and the footings. Maybe this is where you're at in regards to what you're building in this helmet of a head. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually mean it as a compliment. Like, it also looks like a motorcycle helmet. So somebody or someone's maybe motorcycle drivers. You might have a really fun helmet. I'm also seeing a stork. Maybe you are becoming a father or a mother. Congratulations. Again, or it's in this mind fruition. So whatever it is that you are nurturing in that nest, it is coming together. I don't know how else to reaffirm that to my own self. Okay, Taurians, I'm going to flip it to win it here, and we'll start adding on some tarot and oracle. And we're here for the Taurian collective. I'm seeing... Okay. Oh, Taurians, I just love you. I just love you. So up here, right in here, you know that yellow bird from, I think it's Charlie Brown? And I'm seeing right at the third eye and then right at the hand. Okay, so just so you have a visual with me here as I explore that. It's like that yellow bird, and there's birds before in your other perspective. Third eye gun and like a tangible gun. This is in both realms that you're working in. So I feel like, Taurians, if you are focused on something, and yeah, maybe it could even piss you off a little bit or make you angry that it hasn't come to fruition yet, because you're so beautifully grounded. Like, I feel like you're the rock for many, including yourself. It's like you are your own rock, and yet you're also a rock for others, whether that's the company you keep, the company you work for, or your family. I almost want to say, like, unless you are a vet or a veteran, or you are in the military of some sort, but it feels like there could be some sort of like double. You're just really efficient at the third eye and the tangible. But like, are you actually at war? I don't know. Maybe somebody is. Maybe somebody is in the military or along that lines. Protection just came out as I was talking about that, and the skull of light. So we did have protection come out, skeleton, strength, and joy. Okay, Taurians. Oh, is this what you're working on building? Is joy? Oh. Even made my throat crackle. Okay. So the military birds, I feel like you're building strong protection. Because what you're really creating is joy. You're going to rejoice in this creation. Oh, I am so cold. I'm so cold today. Or at least I'm cold in your reading. I wasn't in the other readings. What else do we have here for Taurians? I'm also seeing, oh, that's a little creepy, but who am I? Like a ski mask. So one you legitimately might be a skier. And I'm talking about like one of those ski masks like from movies and whatnot, though I'm sure they still exist for actual skiing. And somebody's mouth wiped. I don't know if you're afraid of, not afraid. I'll be careful not to say that. Protective. Remember, like the whole thing was about the brain before, and there's the skull. Whoop, there we go. Of someone maybe taking your idea. You're keeping your mouth shut. Maybe that's why it looks even more gruff than it really is. Because I feel like the Taurian energies are very grateful. Four of airships. Yeah, you're working on something. And you're just really paying mind because it's going to make you happy. Or the company you keep, or the company you work for, or your collective family. But you're willing to protect it. So maybe you're not saying a whole lot to a whole lot of people from prying eyes, from that like robber, ski mask robber person. So you're being very smart, but that's also very stifling after a long time. But Taurians, I feel like you're doing it very intelligently and strategically. And it's all about the joy. So isn't this interesting? Like it looks like a secret op is going on. And the secret operation for Taurus, whatever channel it may be, personal, professional, romantic, platonic, etc., it's joy. It's really quite brilliant, Taurians. Okay. We have here the Comet, 5 of Engines, and the 6 of Submersibles. Give me 2 shakes here. Okay, so your engineering skills in this multi-dimensional mind, I'll say, in all these brain pieces, like it's going, when it comes together, it's going to come together quickly. So keep working away in one fashion or another. What seems like a little could actually be, could save you a lot in the long run. This is just reaffirming that there's some sort of, either, this is how I'm sensing it. If it's professional, there's a lot of competition around you. And you're mindful of that, so you're being very strategic. But it's almost like the way you're being strategic, it makes people even more curious. So maybe, check on your passwords, do your thing, so there's not any prying eyes trying to get at your ideas. When I land more into the personal, which also could wander into the professional, but it's like you've had to battle through something. Maybe there has been some sort of depression, or there's been a defeat, whether that's, through a death or a disappointment, or something just didn't work out the way you wanted it to. But you're a Taurian, and plan. You're like, okay, I watched the fight and I lost. And it's like you're rewatching it and analyzing what you could have done differently after the fact, of course. But by doing so, you are learning new skills to adapt for the future, for your joy. I love it. It's like fierceness for joy, and you will rejoice in it, like the comet. It will. You will. Lots in the brain. Day and night is coming out for the Taurians. Flower spirit, and any last inspirations for Taurian energy. Oh, we have 2. All right, thank you. Rose garden and moon dance. Flower spirit, don't worry about that being upside down. And day and night. All right, Taurians, is there anything else in your ink blot that's standing out? You got guards all over the place. You have gargoyles along with your birds, with like the machine guns, and yeah, they are straight up like metaphysical machine guns. You also have like gargoyles standing out at the top of your mind around your temples, and then you're like more of the earthly incarnation. It's almost like these creatures that sit on like handguns, and I don't know why it's so weaponized, because that's not at all what I'm trying to imply. It's just the symbols that are stepping forward, that you are protecting yourself. And by doing so, you're checking your passwords, changing your passwords. You're not leaving tabs open. This does feel very computer oriented. You're not keeping your doors unlocked for no reason. You're just being smart and strategic. It's no need to go overboard and be so structured that it's stifling perhaps the people around you. But there is what you are cultivating in the simplest and purest form, without there having to be weapons and war, ready for war. But for me, as a person observing, it's worth being protective over, is your joy, cultivating your joy. But I almost want to say, like, day and night, make sure you're getting enough sleep, and make sure that you're also still allowing in, and I'm sure you are, Taurians, like the day and the night, to also hear, just like the other way we talked about hearing your subconscious, hearing your intuition and your imagination, and not just fluffing it off. Heed the other parts of your brain that work for you, even if it seems like a flower spirit, and it's like, oh well, that's soft. It's like, but it'll turn into a rose with thorns. Like, that's that protective nature. And I also want to note that you may have a partner or two females, or a partner and a young child, that this is what you're doing this for. This is why you're working. This is why you're building towards this, because these are the people that you love and protect. Mindful of the communications. Speak their language to get what you want, so they get what they want. They get what they want, you get what you want, right? And I'm seeing like gratitude from your spirit, remaining in a state of gratitude. This isn't, trudging through, unless you're literally in the military and you are trudging through the dirt. Don't make it more worse for wear. Still take time to spend time now with the softer side of yourself, or with others that care about you, because they are there. They are there with you to enjoy the joy, because that's what they want for you. It's what everyone wants, is joy. But it's just like fighting through fury to create it, to hold it, to not have it taken away, to enjoying it. And if I can land on it, again, just to validate, it does all come together like a comet. Taurians, may you end the year off great. And I really, really want to thank you for being my muse. And I hope that you will get what you want, because you are creating it. And for that, I wish you all the best. Thank you, Taurus.